Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to be covering some algebra worked examples. We've got 4 questions here that I'm going to work through. The first question, we have 3x is equal to 6. This is one of the most simple kind of equations we can get. What we want to do is remove the 3 from the x and find out what 1x is equal to. To do this, we must divide both sides by 3, because 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So, to do this, we get 3x is equal to 6, and then we're going to divide both sides by 3, which gives us x is equal to 2. To test that this is the correct answer, we're going to put 2 back into the equation. So 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And yes, we know that is correct. Okay, moving on to question 2. Okay, so we've got 2y plus 2 is equal to 8. Now this is slightly more complicated because we've got this 2 here. To remove this 2, we're going to firstly take away 2 from both sides, which gives us 2y is equal to 8 minus 2, which we know is 6. So that means we've got 2y is equal to 6. And then, like this question where we divided by 3, here we've got 2 in front of the y. So we're going to divide this side by 2, which gives us y is equal to 3. Putting this back into the original equation, we get 2 times 3 plus 2 is equal to 8, which of course is true, so we know that is correct. Okay, now moving on to question 3. 4x minus 3 equals 5. Okay. This one, again, is slightly harder than the plus 2 because we've got a negative 3 here. That's easily to get confused by negatives. All we have to do is the opposite of when we have a plus. So to get rid of this negative 3, rather than taking away 2, we're going to add 3 to both sides, which gives us 4x equals 5 plus 3. And we know that 4x is therefore equal to 8. And then similarly to this, where we divided by 2 and we divided by 3, we're going to divide by 4 and find that x is equal to 2. And then we can put this back into our original equation of 4x minus 3 equals 5. 4 times 2 minus 3 is equal to 5, which is of course correct. Okay, for the last question, 2x plus 1 is equal to x plus 2. This one, again, is slightly harder because we have an x on both sides of the equation. Now, like moving these numbers around, these numbers here, we can do a similar thing with the x. So we can take away x from both sides to remove this x, so we only would have an x on this side. So if we take away an x from both sides, it means that we have x plus 1 on this side, and because we've taken away an x on this side as well, we only have 2 left over. Now finally, we want to remove this 1. So like here, we're going to take away 1 from both sides, and we get x is equal to 2 minus 1. Therefore, x is equal to 1. And then we can substitute this back into the original equation. 2 times 1 plus 1 equals 1 times 1 plus 2. So on this side we have got 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 1, which is 3. And then here we've got 2 times 1 plus 2, which is also 3. So we know that that is true. I hope that these examples show how to do algebra with a few examples. They should be fairly useful and you can work through them yourselves in your own time.